she knows that I ain't going nowhere. I ain't blowing no smoke. I mean, I've been sober, but you should've known it, that I wasn't going.
So today I'm going to be showing you how to apply a 6x6 closure. There's 3 ways that you can do it. 2 of the ways are fairly easy. I've been seeing a lot of people struggling online with applying the 6x6 closure, but today I'm going to show you how. Before we get into that, I want to show you how to apply the shrink wrap onto your canvas head. This will be like a part 2 to my last video. The only reason I'm showing this part is because in the video, the measuring system video, I said that I would. So I'm just going to fast forward while I do it. Okay, the first way that I'm going to show you is going to be the upside down way. The front of your closure is going to go down here. The front. So the part that you would normally put here. Brielle, stop yelling. Don't yell. The part of the cap, the front of the cap that you would normally put up here, you're going to instead put it back here. I normally like to put the V part in the front. So instead of putting it in the front, I'm going to put it in the back. So then the next step is going to be to stretch your cap out whatever size your closure is. So if your closure is a 6x6, then you're going to stretch it out to a 6. And remember, you have your measuring tape here as a guide to measure how much you need to put. You're going to need a lot of T-pins, so have those handy. All right, I forgot to mention that whatever steps you take before you sew down your closure, you want to do that first before this step. So for instance, if you normally pull your cap back and sew it so that there's not a lot of space in the cap, then do that before sewing the closure down. I'm going to skip that step for now because I'm not actually going to sew my closure on this way. I'm going to do it the last way that I show you. So you want to take your closure and apply it like this, upside down. It's going to be really hard to show y'all this with this angle, but I'm going to try my best. Y'all, let me try to find a good angle. Because what's the point in showing y'all if I'm not going to show y'all right? Alright, I think that's better. Okay. So remember, if you normally pull your cap back and, you know, make it tighter, do that first. I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to sew my closure on the normal way. The only reason I'm showing you this is because I've seen a lot of people struggling online, and This is just an easier way. So you're gonna pull your cap down a 1/2 inch. Like that. A 1/2 inch after the cap. Like that. I don't know if you can see that, but this is a 1/2 inch below the cap. You want to make sure it's centered as well. So find the center, you can fold it. I always find it easier to fold it and to stick a T-pin inside. Fold it in half. Stick a pin inside where the middle is, so you know that's the middle. Oops, try not to let it fall out. And being that this is a 6x6 closure, the middle for me is going to be 3. Then stretch the cap out as much as it can go. And then that side is pinned. Okay, now that the front is in position, you want to pull. Now that the top is in position, everything else should fall in line. So you're going to just pin all the other sides. Pin the back. And kind of like stretch the cap out while you're pinning it down. But as you can see, everything is already laying flat. It's flat on this side. It's flat on this side. So when you go to sew it, everything will be flat. So this is one way that you can sew it if you're struggling with sewing it this way, but I don't do it this way. I'm just showing you in case you wanted to do it this way. So this is going to be the second way that you can sew a 6x6 closure. So do you see how the front of the head is a little smaller than the back of the head? It gets a little bigger towards the back. We're going to use the front as the back. So again, however you normally put your cap on, you're going to put that in the front. You're going to put that in the back. You're going to put the front of your cap in the back. And once again, we're doing that because the back of the head is a little wider than the front of the head. So it's going to allow your 6x6 closure to lay down flat. The only reason why I don't like this way is because you have to take extra steps by making sure your measurements is right. So again, you would sew up the excess cap so that it'll be smooth to the canvas block. And it'll be the same steps as before. So we're coming down a 1/2 inch. When you're pinning it down, make sure you're pulling and stretching the lace. So now you go behind, get the back of the lace. And it should lay down easily. So just flat. Okay, now I'm going to show you the normal way to sew a 6x6 closure, and this is the way that I prefer, only because I don't have to take all the extra steps with measuring and all of that. It's just simple, but it is a little difficult for other people, I notice, but it still works. Oh yeah, by the way, these closures are available on my website. This is Raw Indian Hair, and these are HD closures. The knots are bleached. I have a video on my channel on how I bleach the knots. And they do come pre-plucked, but if you order a custom wig, I'll go in and pluck it more so that it's more natural. But if you just order the closure, it does come pre-plucked. This is how it will come. So I'm going to make sure my V part is in the middle. And remember, we're going to use the middle as a guide. Now that I'm really about to sew the lace down, I'm really making sure that everything is centered and perfect. I'm going to just place a pin right here so that it doesn't move. So I'm going to put mine to about 13.5 because the extra lace at the front is going to give it the extra inches. And I'm going to stretch it all the way to 5. Well, a little past 5 because it's supposed to be 5.5. So now this extra space, I normally like to push it up to the front and sew it that way. Since this video is already long, I'm not gonna show me sewing this part. I'm gonna just sew it off camera and then come back when I'm ready to sew the closure down. Now, I'm gonna find the middle and I'm gonna place the closure in the middle. And remember, we're coming a ½ inch in front of the cap. So this is the middle. This is the sides. So now I'm going to first pin the sides down. And I'm pulling, I'm stretching the cap. And I'm gonna put about 3 on this side just for security. So now coming to this side, I'm gonna do the same thing. So now you may experience like a little gap right here, but once you cut the cap, this is gonna lay flat. So this part is done. Now you come to the back, and this is the part that people struggle with because the cap doesn't seem to lay right. It doesn't lay flat the first time, but what you want to do is pull back and out. So you want to pull back as far as you can and out. Don't be scared, but don't pull too hard. Like, you're gonna know if you're pulling too hard. Like, you're gonna be able to tell. So just pull back and pull out. And do side by side. So I'm gonna do this side first. I'm gonna pin that down. And I'm gonna come to the side. I hope y'all can see. And come to the side and pull out and back. Out and back. Like that. You're gonna pin it down. And then you're gonna check to see if the sides are flat. So this is flat. This is flat. This is flat. And the front is still in position. So now, once you start to sew the sides down, it's gonna get flat. towards, like, once you finish, it's gonna be flat. Everything is gonna be flat. I find this to be the easiest. Honestly, I really don't know why people struggle to do this, because it's kind of easy, but I'm not sure why people are struggling. And I didn't even know it was a thing until I started seeing like a lot of videos about it online. So I have 2 needles for both sides. I'm gonna start on this side, stop at the center, and then do the other side and stop at the center. So I'm not gonna start here. I'm gonna start right here, come back this way, and then continue. And the reason I start here is because I don't want the knot to be right here.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked. By the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder, baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. Hello, stranger. Babe's been waiting. Just as I recall that ass is still amazing. Playing, baby. I'm saying, baby. Love it, shit. You know I'm crazy. So go ahead and put a drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Yeah, it's taking that off of me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't make me wait, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
So I made it to the middle. Now I'm gonna tie the knot and move on to the next side.
Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone. Yeah.
Right outside.
And that's it. Everything is laying nice and flat all around. So that is going to be the end of this video. Maybe sometime next week I'll do guidelines and how to sew a wig on a sewing machine. I'm not sure yet. I gotta like kind of figure out my angles, but I may. Something is going on outside. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will speak to you all soon.
Continue to try to play these games. Leave your family in the cold rain. And I don't think you'll ever change your ways. 'Cause our house is not a